I did for quite a while. I did, I guess, probably for like, and the training shack went on for like 13 years.
Something like that, yeah.
So I did up until like the last few years on a regular basis.
Do you think that that was kind of a pioneering thing?
There was quite a pioneering, and a lot of people got their start there, and kind of were able to unleash their natural like performer and kind of be able to expand upon ideas and take a concept that may have been, just in the back of their head, and they have no way of where else can they do this, and so they could do whatever they wanted and get away with it. So
it's interesting to me, though. I mean, you have a fluid or adaptable image, which I imagine goes along with what you're envisioning as the piece. Whereas other stars like, say, Heklina or Peaches or, well, even Putanesca have a kind of a standard look. And then a lot of the embellishment or change is done with costuming or gowns.
Yeah.
And with you, it feels like that stuff is secondary, because it's really what you're creating, the image that you're creating with your face.
Yeah.
That's the art.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm less, I mean, I went through a phase or a period where I did a lot of like body image, because that's been being a larger person, doing kind of using body image as a something that could be manipulated. I used to use corsets, and I could get down to a 28-inch waist.
Wow.
And I'd also cut the heels off of my boots, off of a pair of shoes, so I was on point, so that it kind of created a very anti-gravity, kind of creating the just kind of breaking the illusion, so that you're not so serious about it is the other thing. It's like it's a drag show.
Yeah.
It's not you're not going to warp this into being something really important, and it's like it may be important, and it's important to the person, but it's not going to cure something. Or it's not going to be this. It could cure depression.
Well, yeah, and it could cure lots of different things. But the important thing is that it's that ability to express without the thumbs of the establishment in any way. And of course, certain things progress to a point where they become establishment.
Yeah.
And thank God some of them kind of dissolve away. But I think about the things that continue. I love Thrill Peddlers. I think that they do some really unknown productions, and they do them because they find artistic challenge in them. Then they finally find a commercial piece like Pearls Over Shanghai, which they've done incredibly well, in my opinion. Have you seen that?
No, I actually haven't seen it yet.
You've got to.
Yeah, I really want to see that.
I mean, the makeup, the costuming, and of course the Cockettes in those days, in the 70s. Well, it was 1970, I think, when they either broke up or left for New York. But that was written by several of them back then, and it's been rewritten and redone better than it was then, much better. I mean, I'm just amazed at. I've probably been to see it 6 times.
Oh, wow.
And the primary reason I go, believe it or not, that the story's irrelevant to me. The costuming and the makeup. It's a visual, fantastic night.
Yeah.
I never get tired of examining the people and the role and the way they position and express, and it's never the same.
Oh, yeah.
The script is kind of the same, but I mean, sometimes they'll be nude, sometimes they'll be twiddling their titties around, with tassels on the nipples. I mean, it's fascinating. And it's brought out a lot of people. There's a gal named Kate Kegel Richards.
Yeah.
And I'm
She's amazing.
impressed with her, you know. I mean, she's exciting. And Nancy French, and, you know, then we all know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that, because it's not a static community. You know, you've watched the Imperial Court, the Ducal Court, and then you have the real emerging art, you know. But it's all kind of held together by history.
Yeah.
You know,
We all come from somebody.
Yeah. I'd love to get Jose Sarria on before he takes his leave of absence.
Yeah.
But the stories about his courage, you know, running for elective office, the first out gay human being to do that in the United States, you know, to create the Widow Norton concept as a protest to police harassment against being gay, and police taking bribes to let them drink in public. Wow. You know, and that was only that's only 45, 48 years ago. And I remember the raids. I mean, I was drinking in those days in North Beach and the Black Cat and all that. At any rate, this isn't about me, but it is the legacy. And that's why I'm so grateful you're here, because I'm trying to capture archival experience, you know, and to find out why we do some of the great things we do, and how attractive it is to be able to come out and express oneself without a lot of impediment from, you know, any exterior force.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we fought for, was freedom.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, a lot of the, you know, influences or people or ideas that influenced me were, you know, like I said, Michelangelo, were like, I got a lot of influence from Kabuki and Butoh. That's kind of where I took a lot of the performance art stuff from. And realizing that everything comes from a plate, from, you know, there's something, there's a tradition behind it, there's a lineage to it, and incorporating that in your own being.
Your interpretation?
Yeah, your interpretation of what, you know, you see in the outside world, and you take that in and, you know, retranslate it into something different.
That's what I find so exciting, and I think that's what attracts the audience